You like the bedroom? It's got nice windows. Well, I'll figure something out. CK has come quite a long way with these babies. Oh, Mama Chef. Mama Chef, you're so wonderful. Oh. She just quietly goes about her business and does all the work. Yes, she's such a good kitty. Oh, she's a good kitty. Alright, I'm going to take Starbucks with me so that she experiences less woe. So the caliche question is interesting because originally when they first came in and went through intake, one of the intake people thought that they saw mouth ulcers, which tends to indicate caliche virus as a cause for the upper respiratory infection. Later on, when they went in to see Dr. Ferguson, she said she thought it was probably just a feline herpes virus, which is also very common. There you can do a test to determine what it is, but it's quite expensive and it's quite unpleasant for the cat, and the treatment is the same, so we don't spend the money doing those tests. And so we don't know for sure, but I would say, based on kind of some of the eye runniness and that sort of thing, it's, I would think that it was herpes rather than caliche. But we don't know 100%, but it wasn't one of the really virulent strains of anything, because there was just some sneezing and some runny eyes, so it was not nearly as bad as we hoped in the beginning. So this whole enclosure system came about as a way to isolate them and a way for me to be able to disinfect, but once they got here, they weren't really symptomatic, so at that point I didn't need to do all of the ISO stuff. And so this has sort of been an evolving situation. But yeah, I don't think it was caliche, but we don't know for sure. So there are vaccines for caliche and herpes. So there is very little risk. Almost all cats have herpes virus. Some are symptomatic and some are not. Caliche is very common also, but herpes is probably the most common one. I would say almost every single shelter cat has been exposed to it. And as long as your cats are vaccinated and not immunocompromised, there's very, very little risk of anything being transferred. And I would say the chances are just as good that your cats have herpes virus already. It's pretty likely. Almost all of them do. And just some are not very symptomatic, and some are more symptomatic than others. But it's one of those things that I've talked to Dr. Ferguson and Dr. Henderson at great length about some of these things. You know, because we want to be responsible in telling people if they're putting their pets at risk, and so something that I was concerned about: do we need to, you know, really make a big deal about if they have upper respiratory infections? But the thing is, most shelter cats are exposed to upper respiratory. It's in the contract. You know, these cats have been exposed to upper respiratory. There's a slight risk. But I don't think these guys have any more risk than any other cat that you would adopt at any shelter or labs. So, long-winded answer to that question. Yeah, lysine is great. The standard vaccines are what will protect your cats. Oh, unknown kitten weirdness. From Tiffany. What kind of unknown kitten weirdness? Oh, me Starbuck, what? Uh-oh.
Some farm planners, they've done farm plans for different communities, and they've explained to me why the applicant wanted to do it. So I went down there many, many times, and I was convinced that what they were going to do was going to be a good buffer.
What's your weirdness? Mr. Hilo, are you down here?
And I was turned the other way and convinced, yes, this was a buffer. As Councilor Fox just said a few minutes ago, this particular site was in front of us today, and not historically, but steps that have gone through. And myself, well, probably some support as well.
Riley has a giant goose egg thing on his forehead.
History that's gone through, the history that I've lived through,
Oh.
the amount of consultation.
Is it?
Well, we could make our own decision within our own community regarding
Did it just? How long has it been there? And
challenge
is it like?
to us in any
Oh, it's hard. Oh, okay. So is it hard and like round, like a pea under his skin? Oh, pictures. That's exciting. Let's see.
Vancouver staff.
Let me see. Laps. Oh. Whoa. So, interesting. So, something interesting that happened to the jungle kittens that I didn't even know was possible was he might be a unicorn, was a granuloma that was caused by ringworm, and they had trichophyton. And it's a rare thing, and what happened, it was in a couple of them, and it was like a small kind of, for them it was like a pea-sized lump that was in one case felt like it was attached to the skull, and in another case felt like it was attached to the skin underneath, and it happened like really quickly. It showed up and then it got bigger, and then a few weeks later it started to go away. But it's probably worth taking him in the morning, just because it's quite large. And if it happened, if it came up that quickly, it's probably good to go in the morning. I would definitely keep an eye on him though, like eating, drinking temperature, gums pink and slippery rather than pale and dry and sticky. Yeah, that's it. It looks quite large. Yeah, it's interesting. Huh. Yeah. Yeah, I would say definitely call vet in the morning. But it is interesting that, because I think he has trichophyton, right, and canis. And like TK's facial swelling is not, it's kind of like it's lumpy, but it's like smushy. Bug bite is a possibility, but yeah, if it's hard like that, it would seem like some sort of granuloma maybe. Yeah, it's weird. That's weird. Yep. Keep me posted. Sorry I'm not helpful. I don't have any results on TK. I'm assuming that has not come in, but she has, actually. It makes Riley feel better. She has now, her swelling has all concentrated between her, like right here. So she's got like a permanently furrowed brow. This has been a year of strange things happening with the flat-chested kittens, and we had something else weird recently. Yeah, subdermal granuloma. That's what a couple of the jungle kittens had. And I believe it was more common with trichophyton than canis. Riley is a cat. Riley is a cat that was attacked by something, and he had 9 horribly infected puncture wounds all down the side of his face and neck, and he was nursed back to health by a lab staff person and Dr. Ferguson, and Tiffany, the wonderful Tiffany, adopted him, and then he had ringworm. 2 by 4 inch. I know. If you Google it, you see all sorts of horrific photos. Ours were not like that at all, but it does seem interesting that. And with all of his bites and everything, definitely worth checking out and quite perplexing. Hopefully is he still fluorescing in his hairs? I know, poor Tiffany, it's horrible. Horrible. Because she's such a great kitty mom. Oh, poor Tiffany. Look at you. See, look how sweet little Starbuck is. She's such a lap kitten. She's like TK in personality, except without the skittish part. Because she's getting picked up lots and lots. Oh, she's just so sweet. She's like the same lovey kind of personality, except she likes to be picked up, and she likes to do upside down hover kitten. She will upside down hover kitten anybody. Yes, she will. Oh, she's so cute. Oh. Oh, I know, it's always terrible when you think the kitten is healthy and like you have to fight so hard to save them, and you send them home, and then something horrible happens once they get home. Like, I'm talking about the ringworm. We always hate that. I'm sorry, Tiffany. That's horrible. And now his big unicorn horn. Oh gosh. That's terrible. Uh-oh. Now I'm missing. Whoops. Oh, you can't there's no DVR on the console cam. I think I just missed the part I was supposed to be listening to. Oh, see, look, this is an exceptional kitten. Exceptional. Oh, she's exceptional in every way. Oh, you should see her face right now. Oh my goodness. Oh, nuts. Apparently, so Jack just, Mayor froze. I've been watching the council meeting. He just mentioned he gave a shout out to his kittens that he adopted from Laps.
Team for organizing this annual event. On Saturday, August 2nd, Debbie and I attended the Goldwing Road Riders Association Bank.
Aww.
The association is the world's largest single.
We'll have to look for it in the archive. Mayor Froze volunteered at Kitten Roundup and ended up coming back to adopt the 2 kittens he rescued. It was super adorable. So I thought that was very exciting. And it's very cool when a leader in the community steps up and not just shows up and volunteers for a day, but like then makes a lifelong commitment to 2 little rescue kittens. So I think that's awesome. So anyway, oh boy. So Tiffany, I'm sorry, keep me posted. And I don't know if there's anything I can do. Ringworm definitely sucks. And you totally didn't deserve that. And I'm super happy Riley's with you because you're awesome, but I'm sorry that the fungus sucks. The fungus is the worst. Alright, so they're all I'm gonna turn this up because I've got another thing coming up. There's Mr. Gaius. Here's Mr. Smokey. I'm gonna bring Starbuck with me because she's forlorn. These 2 are fine as long as they have each other. They're fine. There you go, kittens for everybody. Hello, let's go see Mr. Hilo. So I have Mr. Hilo out there for some observation. I will check back in with everybody in a little bit. Tiffany, I'm sorry. Oh, terrible. Ouch. Ooh.
Unfortunately, won the East versus West series.